Hey, it's time to dive into the tape again here on the O-Line Committee, where I, as a fan representing the fans out there, the casuals, if you will, I am learning, though. I'm learning some vernacular. Get to sit down with two former NFL offensive linemen and break things down. And today, we're going to talk about the Tush Push, the good and the bad. The Eagles representing the good because they've mastered this play, much to the chagrin of like every other NFL fan base. We'll look at how they do it, why it's so successful, and how other teams are trying to do it unsuccessfully and why they can't do it as well as the Eagles.
This is a classic example of it's not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Yeah. Right? It is. It really is. The Eagles offensive line has figured out, and it's not a complicated play, but everyone has to do things the right way. And you're seeing it's a copycat league. The league has been a copycat league forever and always. How many times, Boone, would we come in on a Thursday and they'd be like, hey, we saw this play last week that the Rams ran, and we want to install it because it really worked. And then you watch like 6 teams that weekend all try and run it, and you're like, God, be original. But like this, the quarterback sneak's not a new thing. But the way that it's turned into this tush push, I don't ever think it should be outlawed. I don't know what you feel about it, Boone. I think that if you can do it and you can line up and know that it's coming and still did away with it, you should not outlaw this play just because one team is good at it.
I agree, 100%. And who would have thought that the quarterback sneak would get so much love? Like, it's just, and we know what's so fun about it is when they line up in it, you're almost like, are they going to get it? Are they going to get it? Like, are they going to stop? And then when they just do it like 6 times in a game, you're like, Jesus Christ, guys, this is fucking embarrassing. Like, somebody fall down. Just fall down in front of the center and maybe they won't get it. But I can't remember what game did I see. Somebody jumped over.
Dude, we've got that
one?
Fred Warner on Monday night.
Monday night.
He went full send.
He was like,
so we've got that.
Bubba.
We've got that as part of the how not to convert a tush push when
I just don't understand why nobody's doing it like Philly. Like the Niners lined up.
No one's just doing it right. Yes.
Do what they do. Like I feel like everybody's almost like, you know what? We can do it better. We can be smarter. Philly's like, all right, well, we're just going to line up and kick your defense's ass the whole time. I'm watching everybody else line up in like 5 wide try and do it. I'm like, no one's pushing? Come on.
Well, let's take a look. So I don't know. I went through the Eagles-Dolphins game, and I found 3 successful tush pushes. There might have been more, but there was at least 3 successful tush pushes in this game. And so if you're a fan of the Eagles or if you're just a fan of football, please click the like button and the subscribe button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel as we look to spread this offensive line lifestyle community here. So let's start in the second quarter of this game. It's a 4th and 1, and the ball is on the 37-yard line on the fringes of field goal range.
They're not even discreet about it. They're like, that's right, we're doing it. We're doing it. Miami's like, oh, we got you guys. By the way, the Kelly Green, I'm all about it.
Thank you. The uniforms are great.
All about it. God, I love it. Here we go. You ready? And that's why it's so successful. There's 2 guys pushing. Look, there's still one guy pushing him on the ground. He's like, no.
Hold on. Let's talk about this. Pause it right there.
Pause.
Pause.
Okay, hold on.
I want to show you something. I want you to look at the guards.
Yep.
And I want you to look at their feet.
The overlap.
Let's go slow-mo.
This is what we do on field goal. It's because when you overlap the legs, it's like one almost becomes a brace for somebody else's leg. Yep. So nobody can get through and nobody can push you back. And at the same time, do you see how low they are? Like how they're just squatting. They're not just bending at the waist. They're bending their knees to get all the way down there.
Yep.
They're getting ready to root hog all these dudes out of here.
And the left guard, go back to the end zone copy. Mm-hmm. The left guard is in a sprinter stance with his right leg back. Right? Like, usually you see it, like, when he's lined up, like Malata here. And I always butcher his name. Am I saying his name wrong? I feel like
Probably.
I'm not. Probably. I apologize.
They'll let you know in the comments.
Eagles fans will let me know. I apologize. I love the guy. I've never wanted to disrespect him. Also, he would smush me. But, like, look at the left guard here. Like, see how his feet are switched compared to the left tackles? That's because they want to meet. There's an apex. Always an apex on a quarterback sneak. Always. And it's usually to the right or to the left. And I can tell here the apex is going to be on the left because the whole idea of having that right foot back is he wants to drive that right knee and create a high knee like wall with Jason Kelce here, and that's the first point of impact that he's going to have, right? So that's the whole idea of having that foot back so you can fire that knee up there and have that be the apex of where this quarterback sneak is going, right? And then you go out on the other side, you see Lane Johnson fully overlapped over the left guard, right? Full overlap.
Yeah.
Right, that's his leg.
Yes,
right?
that's his left leg.
That's his leg.
Right,
It's
that's
his
a
arm
just
is in that
full.
crease.
That's a full overlap. So now
There's
watch
just
how it plays
looks
out.
like a telephone pole just sticking out here.
So watch how it plays out. Right, they all apex on the left A gap here.
Okay, let's roll this here.
See that right leg? See that right leg of the left guard? See how that fired out of there as quickly as possible? Right? That's the whole thing. And now you can see the push is going to be on the left side. Watch his leg fire. Wham! Right? Like that whole thing is a giant moving. And if you jump on this, all you're doing is giving up your leverage to push.
Pretty much.
Right? That's what makes it so great. If a defense wants to try and jump over,
You
you're
welcome
just
that.
giving
Yeah.
up your leverage to push. You have nothing holding onto the ground. You're now just riding the wave. You're just on top of the wave and going. Oh, so fun to watch.
There's another 4th and 1
so
here. Look at
fun
this.
to
This is
watch.
a
Look how
4th and
many
1
guys they
at
try to
their
pack
own
in there.
26.
This was the end of the game where like he called a timeout because he was like, I was gonna punt this. Why am I?
What am I
stupid?"
doing punting the ball? What are we What are we crazy?
Yeah, still 10 minutes left though.
Yeah, but it was in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're not punting this ball. We're gonna send these boys right up here.
Look
And I
how
love
far
Miami
Kelce-
ends up getting lower than them. You can see Miami
Again,
gets underneath them.
But again, Landon Dickerson's got that up. His ass is up in the air. It's a sprinter stance. But this is another one where watch Lane Johnson kind of fold on this one. The reason Lane's leg is like that is he actually, when there's no one in his B gap, right? There's no one threatening his B gap. He actually kind of becomes a fourth pusher here. Like he kind of folds back into the guard and ends up pushing the guard on this play, if I recall. Right? He becomes kind of another pusher on this. That's why his leg is overlapped, so he can come underneath.
Yeah.
And now he's see how he's now overlapped with the guard, and he's now pushing behind on that front too. And then Goddard just turns into a drive block. Everyone just turns into a drive block, and they're just so low. Boone, go back and just talk about watch Kelce's head. Like
How does how does Jason Kelce feel at the bottom of this like 5 times a
Probably
game?
loving it. Are you kidding me? This
I know
is one of
he
those
talks about it in
plays.
his podcast, but
Mackey, you can tell everybody knows what play it is. This is why I'm telling you, sometimes you know what it is. You have to physically stop it. And when you get these 5 dudes up here on a rhythm and they start feeling themselves, especially 6'5", dude, they are going to be moving people. Look, they just moved that entire line. It is so orchestrated and amazing. And it's fun. Look, there he is, 65. He's a first down. Dude,
the other thing is, as we're watching this, remember this because we're going to get to the bad ones. You don't see any O linemen's pads above the Dolphins' pads.
No,
like none of them.
Look,
None of them.
Kelce and the nose meet here, and they almost like stand each other up. Look, they're trying to fill more. Look, 55 went from standing behind the center to now putting his hand in the ground. He's like, you know what, that wasn't working. I'm gonna go, guys. I got it. I'm gonna go right here. See him right there? He's got his little neck roll on, and he gets pushed all the way out of there.
God,
Dude, you're a linebacker. Dude. You're not gonna stand in there against who's the left tackle?
Molotov.
Yeah, he's 300.
But look how low he is. Look how low he is. Right.
Picks him up.
The other thing too is these receivers are patient with their push, right? They're not just like immediately pushing into him. They're waiting to see which way Hurts is going to lean, and then they push him that way, right? So here you see again Hurts. They have an apex. It's probably going to be on the left side again because I think they really like running this behind Landon, right? So they go here, and then you see like initially 13 pushes. And then Swift comes in and feels it late, and then gives the extra push
to the left. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So like they're not just cramming in there and just running right into the back of the quarterback like go. They're being patient and feeling like okay, who's going to push first, and then who's going to come in with the second push. But this all comes down to Kelce just being lower than everybody else and just root hogging everyone out.
How much longer until you get a fake off of it?
Someone tried to run it. Someone tried to
dude.
run. I thought I saw it in college maybe. All right. This is
So how would you for a fake, like if you ran, would the linemen dive like they are?
I would have one of the pushers just take the ball and run to this like.
Oh my God.
yeah. You just turn around and hand it to him on like a reverse.
Yep.
So okay, now we're gonna go to 3 examples.
J-Mike.
Congratulations, Eagles and Eagles fans! You have
gotta figure it out.
unlocked the most unstoppable play in the NFL. Now let's look at some teams that are trying their best. Back to Week 4 here. Giants in a short yardage situation against the Seahawks here.
J. Mike, rip to your shoulder here, bud. Oh, Bobby Wagner, no. Okay, so go back. First of all, there's a couple things here initially on the wide copy that you can see that are different, right? First of all, look how uncrowded the right side of the line of scrimmage is compared to what the Eagles were. right? There was
Number 10 might even be offsides.
Like there was no space in between the ball and where the offensive line of the Eagles were, right? Everyone was crowding the line of scrimmage, crowding the neutral zone. Here you see there's too much space. You can't allow them to do, we call this submarining, right? When the defensive linemen, they submarine, where all they're doing is they're just trying to dive at your ankles so that you can't move and root hog forward, right? So you get
so there's no overlap of, look at this.
So too much space, way too much space, right? Way too much space out there. And then on the left side here, like they're trying to overlap over here on the left side, but like, again, they're going to get too high. They're going to get too high. And like, first of all, Daniel Jones is too high. Like, look how high Daniel Jones is.
Where are we going here? There we go. My bad.
Damn it, Mackie.
Well, we got more on this game.
Like, so again, and then you got the two linemen in here to push.
Oh,
right?
one of them's already touching them.
Oh, no, where is it, Mac?
Dude, did we cut? Oh, sorry.
Did you cut it?
Dude, we might have cut that. Did we cut that? The Maxter cut that. I'm sorry.
We were going to have to watch Bobby Wagner just.
We're going to have to watch the side view. That's my bad.
That's all right.
It's a fine. It's a fine in the fine jar.
That's a fine
jar.
But like, okay, go back.
Yeah.
So the thing here is watch the center first of all. Okay, so stop right there. The play is already dead because the center's hat is above the two defensive linemen. We did not see Jason Kelce's hat up one time. And what Jason Kelce does is he actually bear crawls. He like puts his left hand on the ground and he actually is bear crawling through. So when you get in this position like John Michael is here, he has now two defensive linemen underneath him.
Yeah.
And they're pinning his arms in, right? And now you're going to see Bobby Wagner come and just decapitate him. Unfortunately here, he got injured on this play.
Oh,
like right, and the
worst part about it is you have two linemen pushing your quarterback into that hit. Like you just sent your quarterback into all of that. That's what to me is. Jay said it before. You're all too goddamn high. Listen, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. This has now become a statement play. Okay, Philly just showed you. If you can convert these and make it that simple, the game is over because we're just going to keep converting these small 3rd downs, 4th downs, doing all these things. But when you come out here and let a defense just straight up schmo your quarterback and you got 2 linemen pushing from behind like that, it's just not a good look. Same thing here. Look, quarterback just dives in there. I'll just barrel in here like an idiot instead of doing exactly what Jalen Hurts does.
The pusher comes in like a half hour later here. Watch.
Yeah, McCaffrey's too far away.
I'll get him now. And same thing. You just had your running back run full speed into the back of your quarterback, who is in a brick wall. Ready?
Oh.
So go back to the start of this here. No overlap.
You want the end zone?
Yep, end zone. No overlap. There's no space, and then stop it right after they snap it if you can. If right after they snap the ball, just pause it. Right. Keep going. Right pause. There. Again, whose hats are below whose hats here? Right? How many times when we watch the Eagles, their hats are lower than the defensive linemen's, their asses are straight up in the air, and they're sprinting and root hogging, and they're going, right? These offensive linemen for the Niners, they're not going anywhere, right? They're going forward, but because they're not low enough, the defensive linemen take their legs out right there, and then now you can't push. You can't push. When you have no legs, you cannot push, right? Yeah. And Danielle Hunter absolutely lights off on 68 here, which I thought was awesome. Watch Danielle Hunter. First of all, he's laid off the ball, and then he's like, "Oh, you just want to go on the pile here?" Go.
Oh, God. Dude, man, this is only like a half-hearted commitment to the tush push too, right?
Yeah,
you didn't have a bunch of dudes.
The number one thing I'm noticing is, do you notice how all the old linemen look like they're in normal stances? Like this could easily be 36 blunt. This could be 99 whack. Look, when you're you saw Philly. When you're in 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, it's different. It's a different stance. It is your lower, your grind. You're ready for everything because you know that everyone's going to pile on your quarterback. This is just, in my opinion, lazily done.
And you're not pretending in Philadelphia like it might be some other play.
Like they don't care that you know. They've like, dude, you see this formation? We don't run anything out of this except for one play. You think we like this?
Oh boy.
Right here.
Oh boy.
Right here,
so this is a little far out to be trying this, right? Isn't this from like the 2-yard line?
But also like we have to admit, if you were to put Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins in a lineup together and be like, Who do you want a quarterback sneak? The guy with the legs the size of tree trunks, or the my ribs guy? Like, you don't want Kirk Cousins being quarterback sneak on a tush push guy. I don't care how powerful your offensive line is. Like, he doesn't go anywhere.
Dude, the only thing that would make this clip actually funnier is if Kirk was dressed not in football uniform, but in like his Kohl's outfit that he wears to the game. His like khakis and his plaid shirt.
As Creed was playing through his Walkman.
Yeah.
But like, so like you watch how
Can
Jalen
you take me higher?
so you watched Jalen ride the wave like right away, right? He's moving with his center. Kirk here gets the snap and then decides that it's time to ride the wave. Like, you have no time to waste. You have to be moving forward on the snap of the ball, which is why when you see Jason Kelce bear crawling forward, he's moving and Hurts is moving with him as he's moving forward. But again here, no overlap. You see it a little bit out of O'Neal here, but as you watch it here, again, you're going to see gold hats. You're going to see purple hats above the gold hats. And that's just, it's never going to work on this play if you don't get lower than the defensive lineman.
See how low they are compared to the Niners?
And then there's Fred Warner. Look at Fred Warner, just
Fred
full
Warner's
send over the top.
Full send, boys.
But see,
no
that
cares.
doesn't work. What Fred Warner there doesn't work if Kirk Cousins is riding the wave.
Because he's
Right?
just going to take
But
it
Kirk
with
is
him.
so late to this. If you go to the sideline copy again,
It's like he catches it and then goes.
Yes.
Instead of just going. Like, you're almost like, as you say go, you're just running forward. Like, dude, get out of my way. See how he takes
like right there,
snap,
he takes the snap and then decides to go. But if he's riding the wave, Fred Warner's going to fly right over the top of him.
Yeah,
Right, he'll fly right over the top of him. But because he's like catches it, you can see him catch the snap as Garrett's gone. Right, like right there, Garrett's gone.
ride it. Yeah,
You
Get
got
up
to
in
be
there.
you got to be going forward on this. You can't. You have everything has to be going forward. If you have any momentum going backwards here, you're toast.
But are you scoring from here? This is the
Yeah, you could, I
2-yard
think
line.
You could.
Eagles would.
Yeah, for sure they would.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And
So
honestly,
here's my
this
problem.
isn't a bad job by the Vikings offensive line. I will go
that's
back
what
and
I'm
say,
saying. There's
if he's
Bradbury
riding
right there in the end zone.
the apex is on the right side of this offensive line. They're running it behind Ingram. Like, that's where they're saying that they're apexing this. And you can see if Kirk rides the wave here, he probably scores. And I mean that. Like right there is push there. There is push generated. You can see it better from the sideline copy.
Yeah.
Like go back.
Here we go.
Like watch the center and the right guard. They get a great push on this right side. Boom, root hogged. They score with their man. Right? They're the only two double teams that score with their man. They're going if Kirk's riding that wave behind them and it allows for Ham to push, they may score.
I love how many 49er feet are just like you just count like how many
Goal line, dude. Anything
Yeah,
goes.
There's
in the
no
goal line.
rules down
It's
there,
my
dude.
favorite.
There's
It
no
was-
rules on the goal
It's
line.
like a
I'll say
detached
this.
leg coming out of the pile.
I think if anything, they would outlaw the tush push if a quarterback gets hurt from it. Like if a middle linebacker does end up leaving his feet and just squares up on a quarterback, like hits him helmet to helmet and hurts a quarterback, I could easily see the NFLPA being like, "All right, enough of this."
But they
Yeah,
won't.
yeah.
They won't.
You know,
they won't.
No, they will. The minute it comes to the quarterbacks getting hurt, and I saw it myself, and now I know why, and I was like, okay, I totally understand. Get it. I love it. Cannot let.
Yeah,
those
I mean,
guys
there's
get hurt.
like,
Cannot.
here's the thing: Tom Brady was great at quarterback sneaks.
Yeah.
No one tried to outlaw the Patriots quarterback sneak for 20 years.
No, but that was different because Tom played before the quarterbacks were loved, and there you could hit those dudes. And then he was the reason that they kind of started making rules that you couldn't hit the dudes, right? Because remember somebody fell on his leg, and they were like, "Okay, you can't touch a quarterback
That's
at
right.
all
Yeah, I remember
from
that.
his nipples down." Matter of fact, just don't even touch him. Okay, and forever we were all like, "This is crap," but then all of a sudden a bunch of backups went in, and we were like, "Yeah, you're right. Save those guys. Don't let them get hurt ever, because it's a shit show when you put the backup in."
Yeah.
Yeah. Tush push is only good because the Eagles are lower. They run it. They understand how to ride the wave. Kelce and Hurts are able to go through it. And I haven't seen another team in the NFL that can do it consistently like they can. There isn't one.
Yeah. Well, super impressive. There's some other teams that may with their quarterbacks if they can.
I bet you
watch
there's a
this
couple I
film
could see
closely.
that start to catch on to it.
Yeah. So, hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown of tush pushes, both good and bad, please click that subscribe button and the like button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel, where we love breaking. If you have ideas too for breaking down film, any topics or teams, if we haven't hit on something, hit us up in the YouTube comment section and we will get to it maybe in an upcoming episode.